Monica! I don't want to see you back here until I'm sorry, did you hear?
No,
Why is she so wait.
Huh? Who do you think you are? So, you're bringing backup.
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right.
Of course.
Overworked.
but Philmont can do...
Monica, back inside.
Huh?
Just do as you're told. And
Wow. Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some... Her name is Savannah. Ever since she took one guy was so...
I'm sorry.
At his family's request, Savannah is our next thought, and that's why... Oh, shoot! Oh, no, not... And besides, yeah, meaning... Paimon will join you. Oh, guy, a really famous...
Sorry to interrupt. This is a small token.
Monica's the one up...
Our head chef has been...
All right. A little highly strung, huh? Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become... Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't... Oh, Paimon totally gets... Huh? Hold on. Find... Escoffier? Escoffier? Could this mean... So, who is this Escoffier, anyway? Well, for starters, she recreated the legendary Gâteau de Bourg. Safe to say, she's the... Gâteau de Bourg? That's the super exclusive cake that they only sell a few... Well, apparently, the Hotel de... But none of the chefs had any idea how it could have gone... The Fortress of Mirabede? Well, you're right. Escoffier didn't have to stay in the fortress for long, but... So that's what happened. Even though Escoffier is no longer head chef at the hotel, so I'm guessing what Monica wants is for us to convince Escoffier to... Oh, Paimon gets it! Monica, it's simple. If the new head chef is stressing everyone out, then the solution... What?
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to... You'd have had more sense serving. At least then, you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
I'm sorry, Cream. I'm sorry, Mushroom.
As you can see, Escoffier is that kind of chef as well.
You have to leave it on the heat for long enough to allow those...
Yes, Chef.
Then go back and do it again. The customers just...
Yes, Chef.
Waiting to be served? Sorry, we're pretty busy.
Oh, no, we're not here to eat...
So you're not paying customers? Then I'm afraid the wait will be even longer.
It's hard to talk to Escoffier when she's in the zone. Let's take a seat. We can get... Looks like the rush hour is finally over. Is it always this busy here? These days, yes. I'd say business has tripled since Escoffier joined as temporary head chef. Well, in her words, the Hotel de Bourg doesn't need her anymore. It doesn't look like she's got any plans to go back.
I guess I'll be heading off then.
Wait, take these home with you. We can't serve them now, and there's no sense...
Oh.
For what? Like I said,
Firmo. That's the second time we've heard that name. Who is that again? He's the chef that fell ill from stress. Hilaire is his son, and with Mom's he decided to pick up some work to help pay the bills. Escoffier knows their situation, so she's been making some extra food every day for him to take home.
Hey, I heard that, Navia! I've told you before, no one's making extra food. Hilaire is making blunders in the kitchen, and I can't serve his failed dishes, so he might as well take them home.
Yeah, failed dishes that just so happen to be nutritionally complete every single time.
So you two must be the world-famous traveler and his companion.
Oh, so you know us already.
Oh, I certainly am. The Spina's headquarters are... But I don't work for the Hotel de Boer anymore. And besides, I'm the one who persuaded...
What?
Well, she was a much gentler person back then.
That's hard to believe.
Honestly, I do wonder if she's just emulating me. I mean, I'm not the most pleasant head chef to be around either. Anyway, suffice to say that given his... Fiamar and the others probably think that Savannah...
I wouldn't be so sure about that,
She mentioned...
Whatever shortcomings you feel you have, it looks like Monica's still
Monica.
Plus, it's not like we're...
Oh, Monica.
Escoff...
I can't believe her! Powdered sugar is supposed to be applied sparingly. Unbelievable! I won't stand for this. She has to...
Wait, so now she's...
Let's go catch up to her. We don't want to keep...
Wait, she looks like...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I messed...
Oh,
But...
What the heck?
Get up, Monica! Can't you... If you want forgiveness, then do what any...
Savannah said that I'm not allowed back in...
That's some backwards logic.
We apologize for interrupting your meal, sir.
It's fine. With my layman's palate, it's not...
Oh, well, it's because...
Gosh, that's pretty strict. Has she...
I mean, we all knew that it came from a good... But these days, whenever we make a mistake, and it's only gotten worse since word got out...
Monica, you don't need to call me...
Yeah, but through no fault of your own, that banquet was a huge event.
Lumaline? What's that?
A new drug from the Fontaine Research Institute. Produced from an extract of the...
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. They found out you can use it as a flavor.
They also found that unfortunately, however...
Everyone knows that in all likelihood, but you took all the blame. And now look at you.
What are you trying to say? Sure.
Oh, the Flav Sandra.
Monica, I'm very happy. Besides, at the end of the day, I want...
If only
I'm sorry? Do you have a problem with my conduct as head... So, you do... Escoffier?
What happened to you, Savannah?
Why you made me the head chef, and you're not the boss here anymore.
Whoa.
My God, have you grown a temper since I last saw you? Have you put even half the amount of energy into improving...
That's...
Ho ho! I was not expecting to...
Huh? Fan Asian?
Aye, miladies. Might I make a humble suggestion?
The traditional way?
That's right! I'm talking of...
According to legend, the founders of Hotel de Boer, Modeste, and the cooking contest would decide who...
Huh.
Ah, well, it might sound that way to us. But, and indeed, the reintroduction of the...
Reintroduction?
What say you, Escoffier? Surely you of all...
Sure,
I see no issue as long as...
Exhibition. If we're going to battle it out, let's put it all on the line.
I don't want anything to happen to you.
But if you lose, you hand over the codex.
What? The Codex?
Only the legendary handbook written by the original head chef Modeste. It's the greatest treasure in Fontaine's culinary world.
Present and former.
What do you want that old thing for? You have your own copy.
Don't take me for I want your copy. The original.
I'm sorry, I must be missing.
Stop trying to change the topic. What's wrong, Escoffier? Scared you're gonna lose to me?
Savannah, you may remember that...
Oh, I'm sure it won't be an issue. And as for the contest itself, let's make it a bake-off. Gâteau de Bourg, per the recipe in the codex. Well, Escoffier...
You sound surprised. All right, then. Let's see how much you've... I hope you surprise me, Savannah. I'd hate to find out that all you've learned...
Believe me, I'll...
Escoffier, are you sure this is a good idea?
Oh, it'll be fine. Let's head back to the Fleuve Cendre so I can get prepping.
So?
Well, I got a sense that she's holding something back.
Escoffier only picked up on...
That's patently false.
Okay.
Oh, that? Well, it's not. Back in the day, he and his good friend Savelli, for instance, legend has it that the so rare was the ingredient that they could never make more than 16 slices of the cake per day. But Modeste and Savelli went on to found the especially Modeste. He was hailed as a once-in-a-generation genius.
Paimon's heard this kind of story before.
What? No, of course not. Cooking is a constantly... Anyway, never mind centuries. Savelli and Modeste parted ways not even... And that was it. The end of the hotel... Even then, it still took numerous relocations.
Oh! So the Codex really isn't...
Yes, well, that's fiction. And this is reality. You can't meet the taste...
Case in point. Even the Gâteau de Bourg, they...
Wait, really?
It did, but like I said, it's the so reimagination is right. As for why we gave it the same name and kept the tradition of only selling...
Oh! Huh.
Hey now, it might not be the original Gâteau de... Just think, if the original truly was the perfect cake, you're...
Anyway, before I left my role as head chef...
Could it be... symbolic?
Well, it was clearly precious enough to give to us. Maybe from her point of view.
You think so?
What? Huh.
Who knows? We could it means vesting her in this bake-off. However much she's changed since we worked together, I believe that she still has her...
Well, I'm confident.
Let's not get too ahead of her. Now, if I had to push it, I could...
Well, that's easy.
Well, I have heard the Traveler is an accomplished cook.
Oh, count me in too. Even if it means
confident.
I've always called it chopping stuff up, not mise en place. But it's basically the same thing, right?
Oh, Navia. The difference in you... Looks like you found that easier than I expected.
Yeah, thankfully it was pretty straightforward in the end. You made it sound like we'd be carving statues out of fruits.
Well, brace yourself, because the next step is anything but straight. A kind of special food processor. This isn't exactly standard kitchen equipment. So that...
Custom-made equipment from the Fontaine Research Institute, huh? That's some pretty high-tech food prep. Paimon's never used anything this weird before.
And done. These are the flavor compounds extract...
Wow! Even the smell is so much more...
Absolutely not! throwing everything. I'll demonstrate again. Slowly and carefully, not a drop to... And voila! Now it's your turn. But the traveler's work was surprisingly good. That goes without saying. Still, alright, now for the part I've been looking forward to. I want each of you to cook something from... That's right, the true test of you... How's it going? Have you picked... Look at that! With the grace of a
Pretty good, right? Not to brag or...
6 points.
What? Huh?
That's 6 out of 100.
What?
You say you're a connoisseur, but it's quite clear by that logic, I suppose you think listening to...
Aww.
Oh, me next! I'll have you know that this batch of macarons has...
So you went from 12 tablespoons to 10?
Aww.
Now to the final dish.
So,
This is our last hope.
8 points.
darn.
Not exactly. The color is spot on. Beautiful aroma. Excellent presentation. I have to give this one 8 points.
Huh? How did you pull that off?
Don't get me wrong. There's room for improvement. But still, this is clearly the work of an accomplished chef. I can really taste the grace of the snowing goose.
Hey, you made that
Well, it looks like I lost fair and...
But if it takes 3 chefs, that still leaves 1 slot
Chef Escoffier,
Oh, it's Hilaire. What brings you here?
I heard the news.
And you...
Oh, no, I know I'm not there yet. It's actually my dad who wanted to help.
Firma, last I heard, you could barely get out of bed.
Chef Escoffier, Navia, I've had enough of sitting around at home while you run yourselves ragged. If you let me,
Yeah.
the fact is,
Firma, have...
I... Huh? That's strange. Why are my hands shaking?
What do you call this, Firma?
I can't seem to grip my knife.
Do it again! Again! Hopeless. Get out of my kitchen yesterday.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't understand. I was feeling so much better, and then I...
Dad, talk to me.
I think the real issue here is not physical exhaustion, but psychological trauma.
Monica,
Probably because you were... But anyway, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for, Monica. During those long nights of redoing
Oh, come on. All I did was make you...
she sounds like the worst.
She's been getting harsher and harsher on us ever since she heard about Escoffier's new role in the Fleuve Cendre. Seems like...
what is this? It looks like a dog's been at it. In the trap.
Then she orders us to redo the dish again and again, but we never know what's going to make her happy.
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
Every time you remake it, you just get another earful from her.
Either straighten yourself out or get...
So now, it seems like just picking up a kitchen utensil gives me flashback.
Oh man, that must be awful.
The more I want to get it perfect, the more my hands shake, and the more scared I am of making another mistake.
How can you give up so easily, Fiamma? And even under Savannah, you talk about working late into the night trying to perfect your dishes. That says to me that you still hadn't lost that determination to prove yourself. What changed?
I don't know what's come over me. When I think back, I just remember feeling like my heart and my hands were growing heavier and Maybe Savannah was right. Maybe...
Dad.
I see. Well, it sounds like there are some deep issues. I will win this contest, and after that,
But what if you can't find another assistant in time? Clearly, I'm in no state to help out.
You think being one person short, even if I had to go it alone, I would
Oh, well, Paimon and Nadia will still...
And so will I.
Yeah! And if worse comes to worse, we can always get the Spina di Rosula to put out an
Actually, I thought maybe I could help.
What? Why didn't you say so?
I was going to, but then, well...
You do this for us? Thank you so much, Monica.
All right, fine by me. But aren't you still working for Savannah?
I know, but it's all right. I've made up my mind. With the way things are, I can't keep... I'm done with sucking it up. It's time to try and turn things around. If this cooking contest can get Savannah to see the error of her ways, then I'm sure she'll forgive me for...
Well, Paimon didn't think we'd be poaching from Savannah's staff to get our third person, but there you go. Anyway, Monica's a professional chef, so no...
Great! Then it's settled. And to congratulate you all on...
Spina sponsored?
Well, I promised the traveler a feast in the Fleuve Cendre.
Yeah! Feast, feast, feast!
All right, if you insist. Then prepare for some of the finest food. That's not a bad idea, actually. Wait, hold on.
That was a dream come true. Paimon never knew Fontanian cuisine could be this good.
Why, Savannah? Oh, nothing. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on. But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipe. The copy I gave her not only has all... Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard we were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff... well, I mean to an and the... Yes, with his good friend... The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Bourg and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound... Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks, and with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his soul, people started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life, and one rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of unlikely. It's a popular theory, but still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open. Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me...
It's cooking contest day!
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for it.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hôtel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I brought the original.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, the labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair.
When my meal got interrupted.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this. Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
A little amuse-bouche. That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors. Yeah.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, Traveler!
Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Yes, chef!
Oh, tension in the ranks on Team Savannah. Will this slow their progress?
The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low. For goodness sake, Savannah, what are you doing? Oh, forget it. I've got try to focus on my own dish.
So, what do you think?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah's progress.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough! Useless! Both of you! Make like an egg and beat it! I'll do it myself!
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
A dash of frosting!
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg. That was perfect! We were like a flock of snowing geese, completely in sync, working.
Time's up! Contestants, please!
We both made this
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10, only because there's something about the...
Huh? Really?
All right, on to gâteau number 2.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will...
How exciting!
Not just the sugar.
It appears the decision is...
Empire?
Something's not right here.
I can now declare that the creator...
What? It's Savannah?
No!
Hey, Savannah! What did you do? Oh, you...
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to... It was Vanishem's staff who labeled them in the kit. Isn't it more likely that...
You judges!
That's enough! As head chef, or rather as Team Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low.
I don't...
If you want the Codex to board,
Scoffy.
but you must promise me that you'll apologize.
It's a little late to be
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but only on the condition that...
Fine. So, will that be all? Ex-head.
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need.
All right, fine.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer. Finally.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah! The Codex.
It's all right. Besides, it's not all bad. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything.
No. No!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it. This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing like.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us,
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
our best guess is she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you.
Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
Huh, about that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate.
Is it really that bad?
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah, the offending flavors are coming from in between. Or in other words, we have a traitor.
I'm sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
Food safety. Wait.
I think... But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use...
This is crazy.
I know, it's terrible. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my... So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or...
You mean...
Oh, well, I'm not saying you should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and... Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the...
I have my... What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier...
Now that you mention it, I know, but the difference was so small. I'm sure.
Still, as head chef, it's easy. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and...
Yeah, I've noticed thinking back on it now.
She wants to prove that she can fill us, but after countless setbacks, and at some point along the way...
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Of course. Then she seeing how utterly wrong she was must...
There's still... She
You'd think so, but...
New head chef, you say?
I wonder, can the hotel
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you... Hey, did you hear me? Once...
All this time.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone. Let's give her the day to calm down.
In that case, I'll go and update for Mon.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or...
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year they migrate long distances. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the... But what those poets don't know is that once the lead goose shows signs of... So, the truth is that leadership... I guess what I'm saying... Cooking is a science, not magic. Given... Of course, some people have a more sensitive I'd have no reason to expect so much from others. Okay, and come tomorrow, I'll give her the skull...
Why are we here so... check on her? Oh no, Escoffier...
I'm fine. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? Alright. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here. Or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lieutenant.
Coffee.
Try and stop me!
Hello! What can I get for you? Sure thing. We're here to go. Huh?
coffee. Strong. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up on your...
I think I've...
Wait...
I'll save it for whenever... Yes,
Escoffier! Have you seen Savannah?
Huh?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were only to find an... I left Alphonse and the others to... If she's not here...
Boss, Escoffier!
Alphonse? You're supposed to...
We were, but then...
Oh, looks like...
Wait a second. Of course, from the Codex. Yeah, but...
The Codex de Bord?
Seriously? So now she...
Ugh, idiot!
Hold on.
It was you. It sounds like a threat letter.
Retrieve the codex by... So the cooking contest and the...
She's keeping the...
Ugh, this is all such a mess! First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cook...
You're finally here. Of course. I should have put two and two together as soon as I read your threat letter. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan.
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it? Suddenly, the idea of an adventure chef finding secret ingredients makes a whole lot more sense.
I think Modest's Codex mentioned this place. A public bath from the time of Remoria. So yeah, definitely the kind of place that would have served food and drinks.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the...
What?
Good...
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous...
We have should always bring snacks.
There's no time for that.
Oh.
A little amuse-bouche. Yeah.
Blubber beasts or not?
Trust me, they'll love.
Oh, good question.
Yes, we can.
Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying. Hey, it's open!
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your...
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then you. Not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but... Hey, go scout ahead for me, if we need... Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident.
Don't be so self-righteous. Admit it, you were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain. That she first idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story. He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even... So you see, you're no...
I am no Savelli. Nor...
Oh, put a lid on it. You really think you can absolve yourself if you're... You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking...
You're right. I don't deserve her forgiveness. But I am done.
Ooh, feisty. But you should watch your tone. Talking to me like that could get you in big...
I somehow doubt that.
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long!
But you drank it too!
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You... Oh, you're too much. I saw your dumb plan a mile off. There's no...
No.
Revenge is a dish best You're a lousy chef.
Everything I ever did was a failure. And now...
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You gotta... You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for...
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica!
Escoffier...
Ugh, looks...
You can't!
Stay back if you want her... Escoffier and the Traveler.
Monica, what are you hoping to...
A recipe! Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius. The je ne sais quoi.
Are you serious?
I couldn't care less about the cake itself. He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure. We're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the sense. That's right. I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed.
Will you listen to yourself?
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on...
Wait, what's...
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier, she's
Uh-oh, Savannah's going to...
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward.
That's true. Even if she finds the treasure...
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. The water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. probably awakened by the explosion just now.
Alright, Knife Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests. It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers.
A dash of frosting!
Shower me with praise!
Do your master's bidding!
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that.
Alright, I've got to jot this down.
Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
Strange. These don't.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh? Oh, Modeste and Savelli, do you think they camped here?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of... you really think?
Trust our adventurers' instincts. We're pros at this stuff, just like you're a pro in the kitchen. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro rummager from all those treasure chests. Darn it! Paimon was just about to show off her rummaging skills!
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking as well, but I thought that was just me.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, everything has changed. The treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Modeste, our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. But this only drove up the popularity all the more. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one person who'd ever disagree, Modeste tried his best to console me, but I knew better than anyone. Our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career. I told myself that maybe one day, when I finally or maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, I'd be able to ask him what. Unfortunately, that...
So it was Savelli. From the sounds of it, he came back.
I always thought it was just a legend. But if it's true...
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste?
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg, being the perfectionist that he was, he refused to accept even the slightest flaw. But as he baked and taste tested over and over again, it was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses, taste included. And in hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, over the course of his many culinary experiments, the finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything. And because we had become estranged, I cannot be yet despite everything.
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was...
So, Modeste chose to end it also. Neither the code...
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, what would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the scorn shown to him. I cannot let that come to pass. I will do what I must. It may lead his family to... I would rather the world... The final loose end is the evidence here. At the bottom of the sea.
Huh?
So we thought...
The treasure of Remoria. I have found... Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you underestimated the children of Modeste. Some fragments of his diary escaped your clutches, and we have held... But I have to thank you too, Savannah. Without your help retrieving the codex, and with it the last piece of the puzzle, I may never have found... But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of... It's... empty.
Monica?
Escoffier? What's the deal with that jar?
Savelli's final act! So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't. All that for an.
Monica, don't do anything stupid.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarian shall.
She's a nutcase, a liability to herself and everyone else. Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out.
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all enough chit-chat. Let's get out of here.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no, you don't. If I can't get what I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Venejem!
What did you expect us to do? Stay at the.
We had to do something.
I don't. It was my fault. Escoffier had to leave. Then come back, Escoffier.
Okay, so everything I said to you.
Huh? Sorry.
Forget it. It doesn't matter. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. At the end of the day...
No, I get what you're...
Well, about that...
It's been a while, Chef...
Firma? I'm so sorry, But... I'm too late.
Actually, I think...
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological, and as it turns out...
No way!
It can. High doses, a small dose might simply make...
No wonder.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risks are pretty small. Well, that's what happens when you get...
There's... more.
You mean...
Oh, so that...
Let's not be too quick to blame So you better make sure you reflect...
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one question that's... Is it just...
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, all the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem. Which confused... I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams.
No. I spent so long trying to find... It all comes back.
Oh, cut it out! Stop the woe is me act! Do you know how long I spent perfecting my gâteau de bois? And you've been head chef now for what, 6 months? If you clearly have no idea how many kitchen genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up. Surely you haven't forgotten all that.
Haha! So...
what up?
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah.
Friends again!
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch.
But that was mostly
Right, and also...
No excuses! So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is...
Hey,
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide victory for...
Quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah, look at that! Savannah looked...
Now, where were we? I thought Navia would have filled you in. And actually, I said all this to Savannah. I had two reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course. But the other was that the Hotel de Boer had reached a... So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve.
Improve?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef. She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime you. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers?
What?
Half of the art of cooking is... And the other half? It lies in...
Uh-oh. Paimon said...
Don't worry. In the meantime, take this.
All right!
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanishem that I'll come back every once...
You know, Paimon's... Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drunk. She practically dedicated her life to finding the...
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modeste's writing, the so-called treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorian...
Huh? So then...
Don't forget, it was a very different era. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times, even if Sibeli hadn't destroyed it all.
So after all that, there was feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica. She's...
Hey! Huh? You just got back from that underwater... Did you see anything like this down there? Freshly... Experts say it has immense artistic...
Wait!
If only it was...
recipe, no problem.
Stabilize.
Rise with the sun! Try and stop me!
Solidify.
Burn it down!
Gather.
Light it up!
Stabilize.
Rev the engine!
Solidify.
A dash of frosting. To the freezer.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine.
My will embodied.
Looks like I went too far. Should have given
This wasn't locked. How convenient.
on the loose.
This quickly.
Transfiguration. Yoo-hoo!
Cook this through.
All unclaimed articles should be turned in. So, neither of us saw any.
Off to the freezer. Cryo incarnate.
You can't run.
Shower me with grit.
Miscalculated. Low.
A little mood boost.
Let's begin.
My will embodied.
A moment, please.
You'll get frostbite.
Off to the freezer. Pinnacle of excellence.
Let the world collide!
Take your truthful.
Through.
All unclaimed articles should be turned in. So, neither of us saw anything here, right?
I'll put you on have a load of this.
A dash of frosting!
Should get killed.
Way now. This wasn't locked. Convenient.
Breather. Let's finish this fast. Shower me with praise. Transfiguration. Do your master's bidding.
Let's begin. I'd take it if I were you. I'm sure it'll come in handy. I'd take it if I were you. I'm sure it'll come in handy.